32 handicap. Going to learn the stack and tilt method because your swing already has a couple similarities to the principles used in that method. There will be some adjustments made as the clubs get longer as you move into the driver and woods, but we'll stick with the iron analysis now and go over those methods used in stack and tilt. So first, being the stack, weight on the left side, bumping the hips a bit more forward, but the key is to get the pressure feeling like it's on the left foot. If your weight's up off that back right heel, it's going to be tough to accomplish the low point contact that you're trying to do with this method. Now, your starting position, if I were to crudely draw your spine, is very balanced and straight up and down. It's not a horrible thing with the irons, but as you make your rotation, the weight of your lower body is getting put back on that right heel, and you're reverse pivoting as you're leaning into your front side. Now, this move, if you don't have that weight stuck to the back foot, pulling your hips and swaying you off the ball, I believe is going to be a solid piece, because back to that center line again, watch how the hips and shoulders will tilt and move towards target in the backswing. That's a very stack and tilt type of backswing move with the upper body, but you just can't afford that rock going on from the lower body. So starting with more weight and flexing this left knee straight towards the ball and not flexing it as far down and away will also keep your weight more forward and pressure on the left side. You can see the bend of that knee, and that's really what's going to cause that hips to sway off. Second is shoulder down. In this part, you're doing extremely well for a moment, and then you flatten it out. So let's take a look from the other side. Shoulder tilt. Let's try to stop the video there. There we go. A good shoulder tilt angle will match something close to your path line or through your belt line, somewhere around there, just a general line. As you make your first move, it's very clear to see how your shoulders quickly line up to that line. Your hands being inside or hand path in is step number 3. And I find that shoulder tilt and hand path in are essentially the same things if you can do it together in your backswing with the clearance of your hips. So you're showing example 2 and 3 pretty clearly, tilting down, hands in. The hip sway and pulling you off is what gave you the reverse pivot and just continues to make your swing way too long at the top. If your weight is stacked on that left side, your knees not bending as much, your hips aren't turning as much, your shoulders aren't turning as much, and that elbow will not fly as far away with that club at the top. So things will be shorter, tighter, and less likely to be all loopy at the top. Which brings us into part 4 of the stack and tilt method, which is arms straight. And from this side, we can see some bend. From this side at impact, we see a decent effort, and I can tell you that there's still some bend going on here, and especially through impact as you're trying to close the face. The method doesn't really control the club face angle so much. It will work the path more inside, but it's giving you the opportunity to practice your club face on your own to square it up, reminding you that you need to keep your arms straight for maximum consistency of low point and hitting the ground. So all of the methodology of keeping the weight forward and hitting down on the ball is perfect for your irons, but as that angle of attack requires to be more upright or shallow, leaning into your left side and hitting down on the ball don't really work. Aaron Baddeley's driver can agree with you. So, are we missing anything else? Yes. Last piece, tuck hips, finish the hips on the way through, which you can try to tell someone how to turn and move their lower body in an online video lesson, but I think that as long as you're finishing with some shoulder bend backwards and some tilt up, I don't worry too much about your lower body for now. The arms straight and the shortness of backswing provided by more weight left from your setup are going to be your quick and easy fixes for this. But lastly, just to give you the feel or the full analysis of your path face, just to see where it's going, like I said, your hand path is great to the inside. By working that left shoulder tilt down, you'll shorten up with more weight on your left side. Wrist angles are okay. Club loops at the top, it will stay over the top and forcing your arms to bend inside. So a lot of factors will change if your arm can stop in a position that's right about here. Try to just take 3/4 swings with that weight left. You will see nice progress. Good luck. Sendaswing.com.